So AH is in trouble, and we are talking about big trouble here. See, she thought she could dump off that $8.3 million decision against her. She could get someone else to front the bill. Well, it looks like they may not have to. All of that money, it may be coming out of her pocket. And you know what? She probably wants people to feel sorry for her. I'm sure we're going to see some more PR after this, but all of this, it is her fault. You and I, we're going to talk about this stuff right here today. Oh man, I mean, this is fun times. This is fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And you know that AH has problems. And I mean, we are talking about some big problems when shill media picks up headlines. I mean, this was reported first by TMZ. They shill hard for AH. They did a lot of damage control during the trial and after. Well, now they're reporting. Listen to this here. AH's insurance company refuses. Notice that word there. They are flat out refusing to cover some of the $8 million in damages that she owes ex-husband JD because her defamation was quote-unquote willful and malicious. Now, as far as those two descriptors are concerned, willful and malicious, they didn't come out of nowhere. I mean, they're not something that someone else just made up. They came from the jury's decision. In fact, when you look at the decision checklist, every one of the statements, there were 3 all told, they all have this specific checklist here. Look at how this reads. We won't go through them all. We'll go through one, but you can see where both terms come from. Do you find that JD has proven all of the elements of defamation? Yes or no on a statement? They say yes. If you answered yes, please answer yes or no to the following question. Has JD proved by a greater weight of the evidence that, number 1, was this made or published by her? Yes. Was the statement about him? Yes. The statement, was it false? Now, when you get to falsity, you're talking about being willful. You're talking about being malicious. That's going to come up again. The statement had a defamatory implication about JD. Again, willful and malicious. Yes. The defamatory implication was designed and intended by her. Yes. Due to the circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it was conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than JD. Yes. Now 1B, if you answered yes to each subpart of the question 1A, answer the following question. Do you find that JD has proven by clear and convincing evidence that she acted with actual malice? That is the standard for maliciousness. Answer every single time yes. Now, the reason those two words are just so important is because they give her insurer a way to get out of damages. Quote, AH's insurance company is refusing to cover part of the $8.3 million in damages the actress owes ex-husband JD following her defamation trial in May. See, she apparently had $1 million liability policy with New York, Maine and General Insurance Company, which she hoped might cover at least a portion of the damages bills she needed to settle. That's why she's probably been acting the way she did, and she's been acting that way for a while. She knew she had $1 million in insurance. She figured worst case scenario, which she was told again and again would not happen, but she figured, hey, if the worst case scenario rolls around, these people, they're going to be on the hook. I'm not going to be on the hook. You'll never see a dime of my money. See, as reported by TMZ, and you know things are really bad for TMZ, when number 1, a shill site like TMZ, they are reporting negative news about AH, and number 2, not only are they reporting negative news, but they're not adding any spin to it whatsoever. I mean, when they laid this out, they laid out a few paragraphs. It was just the facts. It was crazy. What they had to say here, though, was the policy, it covers wrongful conduct of various sorts, including defamation, and you know that's about as far as got. She picked up this policy. She was told she probably wouldn't need it, but just in case, you should get a little bit of coverage. So she ended up with coverage. She figured paid out the number that she was going to have to pay. By the way, you're only talking about 1/8 of the price here, but still, she figured she was at least going to get a little relief. But there's a clause. That clause will likely see the insurance company refusing to pay out. And she could take them to court, by the way. But remember, she already not only has an $8.3 million settlement against her, but like she said herself, she had already paid $6 to $8 million out of pocket. So we're talking about somebody that is already out $14 to $16 million. There is no way in the world that she can afford to go to war yet again. Under California law, though, that's the state in which the insurance policy was issued, the company, it can claim to be able to refuse the $1 million payout, and you know that they don't want to pay that. You know that they are going to refuse that if she was found to have committed, quote-unquote, willful misconduct. And you saw that decision that I showed you. It said that she committed that. Oh, and then some. Now, as far as the company holding this is concerned, that would be the New York Marine Company. You can look them up online. And I decided that I would do that when I saw their name. I wanted to understand a little bit more about all the policies that they carry. And sure enough, when you look through those policies, you'll find a section talking about null and void if, right there, black and white. Yeah, you find the conditions that she herself set down. I feel bad for her, but after 6 years of going after somebody, I feel anything but. But this company, the New York Marine Company, they said in their determination, remember, they're the ones that get to decide if they're going to pay out or not. I thought that was interesting too. A few years back, if something like this were to happen, if she didn't get money, the press, they would have eaten him alive. Now, they just report the facts of that. How things have changed. But in their determination, they said that the judge found defamation committed by to be both, quote-unquote, willful and malicious. And remember, that may have been translated, basically deciphered by the judge, but that wasn't found by the judge. The jury's the one that found that. And now the insurance company, they want to see the judge declare that they're not going to be online to foot part of her bill based on that policy. Like I said, this is a huge thing for her too. She can't afford what's going on. She wants to be able to appeal, which is going to cost her another $480,000 a year if she's going out and trying to fight this. Yeah, you're talking about somebody that deservedly is on the hook. Oh man, things, they just keep getting worse and worse for her. And hey, she dug this hole. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, thank you for being here. I appreciate the heck out of you. If you want to check out the channel and help it a little more, there are links in the description. We have our PayPals, we have our book, we also have locals. You should check that out. Sign up if you want to. But you being here, that is the biggest help of all. So thank you. Appreciate you. Ending here. Thank you again. See you soon.